What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Sex Angle. This is your boy.
And it's your girl, CJ.
And it's your mint chocolate chip. Dip.
I'm so done with
Whatever else rhymes with dip. Brandi.
I can't. Oh, wow. Is that your, what was it? Your Midnight Storm voice for the sex angle?
That was that. I'm going to be a sex worker, so let me get my voice together.
Maybe
I
I
don't
should
even
do
remember
that.
what that voicemail was. They were like, just leave a voicemail. And I'm like, do I leave a voicemail like I'm trying to turn somebody on? Or do I just leave a voicemail like, this is Brandi calling for the sex job position? Like, I had to, like, how do you apply for a phone sex operator?
Like, do you tell them what you're wearing on the voicemail?
I think I really want to say they had a script and they just wanted to hear your voice. It was nothing that was like, you know, are you touching yourself right now?
You have to make sure you inhale between your teeth every now and then.
Oh my God, I hate that noise so much. I hate that noise.
Inhale between your teeth.
I know exactly what he's talking about. That is so annoying. They drag that out in like TV shows and
My
stuff.
name is
too.
Brandi.
And it's like, why?
I don't know. I don't think that's sexy at all, but you know, here we are. Here we are. Anyway, we got a couple questions that are interesting today. One of them was weird as fuck. I don't know how this scenario was thought up in her head, but it's interesting, so I wrote it down. But let's go with the easy one first. We have one listener ask, how many STDs have you had? Be honest.
That must say, be honest. This is a safe place. Tell us your story.
Do
not lie.
Don't lie. Tell me.
I've only caught a baby. I ain't never caught nothing. Because they would have caught these hands. I'm sorry. I ain't caught shit.
I've caught a baby. That's about it. Like,
hell no. I couldn't imagine peeing in your burning. What? Absolutely not.
Not this pussy. Like,
not this wop. I don't think so.
Well, I didn't really catch a disease, but I caught crabs. No, I'm just playing.
Oh my God, I was gonna be like,
I caught some animals.
Oh my God. Maybe caught caught a bad soul tie, caught a bad spirit exchange.
I have caught a whole bunch of bad soul ties.
Bad soul ties and swear it's something deeper, and it's like, no, this is just really
not it. That's what
it's really not it. Yeah, when you take sex away, it's like, you wasn't it.
It's safe to say none of us has ever had an STD. Then.
Praise God. Look at us, clean dicks, clean pussies.
I just think that it's one of those things that if you are pretty careful about the people that you choose to sleep with and you take care of yourself as in protection wise and stuff, you should be okay.
Unless you have a partner who's on trash, because I've heard some awful stories of people catching shit
I heard some
because they partner.
Yeah, that's true. I have heard somebody who has been in a marital relationship and their partner went off and did something and decided that they weren't going to use protection and brought it back to the wife. You know what I'm saying? And then be upset at the wife, like she went and did something. I was like, first of all, she been faithful. I don't know what you're doing.
Oh no, they do that. My ex-husband pulled that move. He
what?
Normally having sex like a lot. Again, because he's my first everything. So I was like, we need to be like doing this sex stuff all the time.
Bunnies.
Yeah, I was like, we need to get this in. And then I remember just sex lifestyle. You know, it's like, what's going on is because I had PJ. Because PJ at that time was almost a year old. So I was like, maybe he just feels like weird being a dad now. It's like, who the fuck knows, right? So I remember him being very like verbally and emotionally like abusive and just like, he was like, it's funny now. It was not funny then. He was like, I know you had like a baby and all, but like if you kind of got like your stomach together and some other stuff, like it was,
Are you serious?
Dead ass. And of course, you know, I loved him. What I thought I knew what love was. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's me. Maybe I have to.
Oh my God.
But yeah, he said some pretty cool things, all to find out probably a few weeks later, you're not sleeping with me because you're waiting for test results because you were trying to figure out if you had something from the girl you've been fucking around with. So instead of being a real man and not doing it in the first place, but instead of being a real man afterwards and being like, you know what, I did this, I was wrong, I can't do anything with you because I potentially could have an STD and I wouldn't want to get to you. to keep me away. He was just sleeping on the couch. Like, it was the worst.
How awful is that?
It was pretty awful. So to piggyback off the story that you just gave, there are partners out there, male and female, that will not take responsibility for doing something fucked up and then give their partner something that may or may not have a cure.
That's the scary part. Like, when you're in a single situation or even a boyfriend girlfriend situation, but when you're married, you are supposed to be able to trust the other person about that shit. So that makes it even scarier, because I know if you're married, you're not using a condom for the most part. At all. Who cares?
It's like baby batter everywhere. All in.
Can we not call it baby batter? No.
I don't like that either, but I just like that it's baby batter.
I'm done. So, in conclusion, we STD free niggas.
STD free is the way to be.
Exactly. Here's another one. I didn't quite understand the last part of this. It said, what is it about sex in a car that is so exciting yet play school? What does that mean? Play school?
Maybe they meant to say just
playful. Immature,
maybe it's a typo.
Like immature, playful? I don't know.
It seems a little cramped up. Maybe I'm too big to fuck around with a car.
I think it was exciting when you don't have either money for a hotel or your own places. But when you're grown, it's like, which is funny they even asked that, because a while back, I was just like, man, I haven't random thoughts. Like, I haven't had sex in a car in forever. And I was like, what's that about? And I was like, bitch, you got a house. Like, you
got a whole house. You don't need to do it. I don't have parents at home.
Right.
That I have to stay away
from. You know what? I think some people get off on the excitement of the possibility of getting caught.
That's true.
Well, that's completely different. Because depending on where you're parked in your car.
Here's a first. That's how CJ lost her virginity, was in a car.
Oh, really?
I know. Isn't that
That's
crazy?
so old school, like Sadie Hawkins dance, old school.
Very.
But CJ was 30. That's the funny part.
I was.
Shut up.
I might as well have been. I was 19, so it's probably old.
Oh no, standards. That's 30.
That's 30 in teen standards, because
I was 19 too.
Because I kept to myself. I just and it's really funny because people thought I was fast because I hung out with a whole bunch of GIs and shit. No, me and my girl was not fast. We were.
Well, I thought you were fast the way you were sucking down those cigarettes.
First of all, that's a rite of passage when you're Okinawan is drinking and smoking. Okay, just
getting it.
Yeah, smoking.
She was like,
done. I'm so done.
We used to fuck those cigarettes up for 250 yen.
Yes. It was so cheap. Like the mild 7s. Oh, that was my favorite.
Mild 7.
Yes.
I'd smoke about 7 if you put one in my face right now.
I might. I might. Do you still ever wake up tasting cigarettes in your mouth? Or dream about cigarettes when you're smoking?
I did at first, the first 2 years after I quit, yeah.
I still do.
Y'all were some real addicts.
We were. So it takes I think it's either 13 or 15 years for everything. For it to completely leave your body once you stop smoking.
Oh my God.
And every 2 years or so, your body releases the toxin into your body. That's why people have a hard time quitting, because every few years that nicotine that was in the bone marrow, so it goes in layers. So your skin detoxes, your muscles detox, your organs detox, and then the last is your bone and bone marrow. So when that's over, you're completely free of it. If you can handle it for the first 12 to 15 years, you're good to go.
Oh my God.
I'm only halfway. I'm only at the 5-6 year mark.
Yeah, me too. I'm at about a 6 year mark.
But I've been doing okay. And at first it was really hard, so I had to go get vapes and shit. No nicotine vapes. But now I don't even need
for
that.
For oral fixation.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah. Weird habits too. For the first year, I was every time I got in the car, I rolled the window down.
I was just gonna say that. What do you do when you don't smoke in the car? What do you do with this hand? Yeah, I'm supposed to be tapping out the window.
Weird. It's really weird.
It was a weird thing to not have.
And I would automatically pop in because I had an older model car when I first quit. It was a
pop in the cigarette lighter.
The cigarette lighter, yeah. I would always pop it as soon as I get in the car. I'll pop it and roll my window down.
I knew it was time to quit when they didn't make those anymore. And it's only for you to plug in your USB. Yeah, for real. It was just.
They did. They shut all that down.
Mm-hmm. They really.
I knew
did.
I needed to get the music app when I had got my Kia Soul. I was so excited. I was like, "Where do I put my CDs?"
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh so loudly.
I was dead ass. I was like, there's not a CD place. And I'll never forget the guy saying, like, oh, you hooked up the Bluetooth. And I was like, because I held on to like a Razor phone for the longest, or a flip phone for the longest. I did. I really didn't switch over until like maybe 2012, 13. But I held on for the longest time. So when he was like, USB port and blah, I was like, it's too bright. Like, stop talking to me about this.
How about Samsung is putting out a flip phone, but like an updated version where it bends so it opens like a compact too?
I saw it, and I'm just excited to just clack on people.
I just want it because it'll fit into my clutches, and that's exactly what Rob told me. He was like, you want that because it'll fit into your clutch? I was like, yes.
It is disappointing when everything can't go in your clutch, because I'm like, I can't carry a big bag with this dress.
What the clutches can, you barely can put your phone in it if you're lucky.
Barely.
You definitely can't put a wallet in it, so you got to put it in that tiny ass pocket.
Although I will appreciate like small things I've found at like TJ Maxx in Burlington that'll be about as big as your phone, and they'll be like pretty thick, but they're smaller little like wallet purses, so you can like, you're not going to be able to get lip gloss or anything in there, but you'll at least be able to keep like, you know, your important stuff, your phone. And I kind of feel like that's clutch, so I like little stuff.
I'm okay with that. You know, side note before we go on break, the other reason you shouldn't be having sex in the car in the US is because if you get caught having sex in public now, you have to register yourself as a sex offender.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that and go on this like voyeur tour or exhibitionism and all of that. So if you get caught having sex in the park picnic table or in the car and the cop is not very nice, they can actually arrest you and have you file as a fucking predator.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a very nice cop.
Behavior. It's a nasty ass.
Yeah.
I'm like, how am I ever supposed to have sex in the rain? If they're doing this, that's still on the list.
I don't know, maybe like, you know, do it in your backyard or something.
No.
No.
They're ruining everything.
You just have to do it outside of the States.
Yeah, outside of the States.
Ooh, I like that idea. Jamaica, Jamaica.
Oh, she's trying to get some dong.
Okay. On that note, let's take a quick break.
Give me your cock. More fire.
We'll be right back.
Dirty wine. Slow wine.
I gotta take the fattest shit. I ate this half a bag of grapes.
Oh my God, you ate the whole thing?
I didn't know grapes made you use the bathroom.
Yeah, you eat enough of them.
Fibrous. You can't.
Apparently,
you ate like a pound of grapes, though. That's why your body's like, oh.
And I didn't eat anything else. I did not eat anything since I woke up.
Oh well, then yeah.
Yeah.
And then I ate an orange before I went to sleep.
Oh my God, nothing but fiber in your system. Yeah. You're gonna have a tummy ache if you eat too much fiber like that. Make sure you drink lots of water.
What a mom! Shut the fuck up. Let her stomach hurt.
Lots of water.
She said stomach ache. She said tummy ache.
She said something right. She said, mom face ass. Your tummy. What does that even mean?
I can't.
Grown niggas ain't got tummies.
Well, y'all don't act grown, so there.
It's your childish ass.
Your childish ass, period.
Exactly.
I do be hitting her up like that, though, because I had, like, gas really bad one time. And I was like, all I had was cucumbers, and I said, and carrots. I was like, can carrots give you gas? Like, what's happening? And she was like, well, how many did you eat? And, like, she really coached me through it, because I was...
My favorite one is when you had blue fingers one day, and she was like, my fingers are blue. I did have blueberries or some shit. I was like, oh my God, calm down.
But I had, like, what made it funny, I had, like, 2 cartons, because, you know, I have little crates. So I had, like, 2 little crates of blueberries, and noticed in the gym my fingers are blue. And I just called CJ, just no backstory. I was like, CJ, my fingers are blue, and I don't know if they're going to, like, you know, come off, like, what's happening. And she's like, calm down. What did you have? And I was like, blueberries.
I was like, okay, were you using your fucking fingers? Like,
and I was like, yeah, but I don't ever remember that happening before. It's pretty stupid.
You didn't eat 2 fucking crates of blueberries before.
I was really gonna fall off. Am I gonna lose my fingers?
No, I should have told you that you were turning into that fucking girl from Willy Wonka is what I should have told you.
Oh my God, yes. Don't care how. I want it now. A fucking mood. Like, I don't care how it gets done. Just get that shit done.
Oh my God. Salt. I can't. Anyway, the
fact that you knew her name, that's such great trivia. And you said it so well.
You did. Oh, craziness. So here's another question we had. I don't, if she's listening, she knows these are her questions. I just have a question for you, listener. How are you coming up with these scenarios is what I want to know. If you'd like to tell me or us, please leave a note in our DM.
Tell us your story.
Okay, next question is, I mean, I'm not going to name her, but, this question is, what if a man beat your ass but ate your pussy at the same time? Would you still date, call the cops, or would you kill him?
You crazy as fuck.
Why would she beat your ass?
Because there's some hood shit. That's why.
That's real hood shit. That's a pass for me. How you doing both?
How
are you doing both?
It depends.
Does it though? I'm talking like I'm sure she's saying. Here's the thing. I don't have any tolerance for any kind of abuse at all. No matter.
But what if it's good abuse?
No, I don't think that's what she's talking about.
I don't think she's talking about like safe word abuse.
Yeah, I think she's talking about
maybe she's saying it's an abusive relationship in general.
Right.
But the sex is really good. Well, shit, I've been there. Yeah, I've been there.
That's because
like the baby boy scene when she gets smacked and then he
that's actually a really good example.
Yep. That would be it. What would you guys do? Would you guys stay? Would you still date, call the cops, or kill him? Those were the three choices.
I did all of them, except for I didn't kill him. We had a close call.
Right.
But I did all of them. I stayed way past expiration date.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I enjoyed the connection during sex. I enjoyed the sex.
Mm-hmm.
But like hindsight, none of that shit's like healthy at all.
No, it's not.
Like at all. It's very scary to get yourself to that point where it's just normal for you. And a lot of men and women are in situations like that where it is physically abusive or financially abusive, emotionally, whatever. Mm-hmm. But you stay because of the unhealthy attachment you've made to the sex. It's not even like sometimes that the sex is so great. Because I thought like, oh, my ex-husband's the best I've ever had until I had some new dick. But the more dicks you have, the more you're like, you guys aren't that great. No. So in conclusion, have more dicks and don't stay in abusive relationship.
Yeah, abusive. I don't know. Like when you tell yourself it's okay because the sex is good, like you definitely have other underlying issues that you got to deal with first. And because no amount of anything can make up for the fact that they are beating you.
Not at all.
Yeah. Or even verbally abusing you,
and especially when you could lose your life, or you could like kill. At one point, I was like, I have to, because it's going to be me or you, and I don't want it to be me.
It's gonna be
you. And it can get like really real. So I'm like, if anybody's listening and they're in that situation, please let this sink into your
worth your life.
Yeah, and
and it's not worth theirs either. Like you end up in jail because you decided to react. Like no, just. If you can get out, come up with a plan or something. I also
think that some people mistake physical attraction in like situations for love, when that's not it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, lust and love.
That's when soul ties are real, and you really have you thinking those unhealthy attachments. And because I've been there more than once, unfortunately, because I don't learn lessons well. And
you don't listen.
I don't listen. God's like, bitch, I told you more than once, but okay, here we are again. But when you're not taking the time to realize, okay, why am I attracted to this, to the point where not only do I attract it, but I entertain it.
Right.
And then I'm just continuously in this cycle, and it could be a different guy. He could be completely different than the first guy, but you have that in common where it's like, okay, you're not being treated well, whatever level that is, but you're using the sex as a way to say it's okay, because it's scratching that itch that you have that you really need to heal and deal with within yourself, whatever that may be, because everybody's shit is different.
And also, like, if getting off is your main event, like, just go get some toys.
Listen.
They got professional shit for
like, just go get some toys.
Get you a little.
You know what you want. You put that fucking drill down, D. I knew it. He was going for it.
He's like literally.
I'm waiting for him to like put a fucking dildo on that. Are you seen those?
And have it spinning.
Have you seen the porn with that shit on there? Have y'all ever?
Didn't we all talk about that? And like, I saw somebody pass the fuck out. I was like, bitch.
Me too. That shit was funny.
It was like in no time, because she was already in a swing, and I was like,
not pass out.
Pass out.
No.
But after we talked about that, that suction vibrator, I could totally see somebody passing out.
That womanizer,
something like that.
Yeah, we're gonna do an episode on toys, y'all. I'm gonna see if my girl will come on here. If not, I'll just bring.
Have you seen that rose one?
Oh yeah, with the little tongue.
I'm like, they make dumb shit like that for people like me, because I'm like, I just want it.
Just for the aesthetic.
It's so pretty, right? Just for the aesthetic. just for the fucking aesthetic.
Have you seen that, dude? It's a rose, like tulip rose.
It is
thing,
so cute,
and it has like a little tongue that does this number like that.
and it's little mini. It's like this big. And then what was funny is they put it in water, and it was tearing that water up.
Vibrate the shit out of that water.
It was like panda.
I was like, God damn, you dangerous, you little but mighty.
Listen, I'm like, I need to quit sleeping on these small toys. Because every time I think, oh, this ain't shit, you're like,
no, for real. Like, so one of the toys I'll probably bring out, like one of my wench got me. It's a mini womanizer, and it looks like a large lipstick. They try to make it cute and shit, right?
Cute.
And then at the store, I was like, oh, it's not doing anything. Like, I put my thumb on it, put my finger on it, put it on the back of my hand. I was like, this ain't doing shit. But it was free, so I was like, I'll take it. Fuck, let's try it out. There's like 5 or 6 settings, okay? 5 or 6 settings, I believe. I ain't gone past 2 and 3. I have not gone past 2 or 3. Like, it is the most ridiculous shit. Every woman should have one.
Oh yeah, especially, at least in my opinion, like when you're with a partner, because I literally like bit a hole through a sheet. I'm like, this is amazing. I just want a tidbit just with those noises.
Nobody knows what the fuck is going on.
Like, what?
Like, no, what about guy toys? Do you have toys, D? Like,
You got a flashlight?
Do you have anything else?
No.
No eggs? No.
The egg?
Oh man, I probably know more about guy toys than you do too, as well.
You ain't got nothing for your balls.
Though, I would tell you about my. No what?
Your balls.
I said you don't want nothing on your balls. You don't want nothing on your nipples. Like nothing.
Nah, I'm really vanilla when it comes to certain shit like that. But I did have a flashlight. Well, my new one, it's an electric one, and it goes.
You just got an electrical. You just now getting into this?
Just now, yeah. I was talking.
We need to take him to the store.
Did I tell you my first one that I had in my TSA story?
Yeah, we got that one. That was scary.
You got that one. That was fucked up.
Now, is your fleshlight like flesh colored like you, or is it pink?
No, the one that I have, it's very futuristic looking. It's gray, actually. The whole thing.
Oh,
robotic.
You want to aliens? I like
it's
that.
It's like a dark gray and it's slate gray.
Oh, I've seen that one at the store. I have.
Yeah, slate gray. Come on, cuz that was very gay of you. I'm proud.
I'm so proud.
Good job. You've been doing better.
The different settings is red, green, blue, and it if you can do the multi-setting and it changes and it lights up.
That's crazy.
Very futuristic.
So if you guys are using your toy, this is just me asking, just to be nosy now. Are you guys setting a scene for yourself, whether it's by yourself or with a partner, or do you just bust out the toy like?
I'll just bust that bitch out.
I think it depends. Like, is it like using toys and shit like that when you're solo, like a weird shit? Like one day you're just sitting on the couch and then you're like watching TV and you're just like
a meme like that.
Like you're just like, you know what sounds good? A fucking toy in my pussy. Like I'm just saying, like you just get up.
She's like,
Like, you know what?
That's it.
I'm on my lunch break. I just need a real quickie. And get my energy
stress
up.
reliever.
Get your energy
and I'm
up.
good. I do like the idea of I don't know if I saw this on like a TV show or if a friend told me about it, but just getting off before you go out with someone, especially if it's someone that you've been with but you don't want to wind up sleeping with again or whatever, just like getting the nuts out of the way. I'm a huge believer of that, because it's like I don't want to get caught up.
Yeah, because you want to think straight when you're drinking with them or something too. And
absolutely. And even that, I'm like, I'm not playing that game if I even feel like I have a date coming on the first day of Blocktober. I said, oh, well, you're going to have to show up and show out, because you know this is Blocktober. It's the start of it. We can't mess this up. But then I realized I've never been because we've been seeing each other for like a minute now. Oh yeah, side note, the date with the other guy went fantastic. The half black, half Japanese guy.
Oh,
it was like being out with myself. So I had a good time. Since I'm a believer, I was like, you're biased to the Blasian, but he's really dope. But anyway, this other guy, I realized I've never been to somebody's like house for real. But to be fair, again, I've never really dated. So I was talking to a homegirl after work, and I was like, so when do you like go to somebody's house? Is there a time frame? Like, how does that even work? And then I thought, you know what? Let me make sure, just in case. I know I like him. And I'm like, let me get off a couple of times. And then to go back to what you said beforehand, I set a scene, honey. I have a light bulb that changed different colors. So if I want the room to be purple, I might light a candle.
Man, that's a lot of
I
work.
might have like this. Well, one.
Yeah, you're extra. I know.
But two, also sometimes you just feel like a super lonely bitch. So sometimes you at least want like the extra. Now I may not change into a whole new outfit and do all the rest of that stuff, but I do have mirrors everywhere in my room. Sometimes just like to look at myself. So I gotta set like a whole kind of theme. Yes, look over to the left. What a classic.
Oh, the kids don't know nothing about that.
They would never appreciate the goddess tweets. Like, so good.
I mean, yeah, like I think it's important. I know some people don't believe in that shit, but I think it's important to like explore sexuality in your own way. Like, you know, like Brandi doesn't watch porn, but I think that's healthy for her because that's not something she's into. But,
and I've tried, don't get me wrong. I think it's because of the guys I've been with because it kind of ruined it. I know my ex-husband had an addiction, so that was like an issue.
Right. So
and then another guy, how he was just trying to incorporate it. I'm like, this is just like, y'all are all making this very weird and uncomfortable for me, and I don't think it had to be this way.
Yeah, so like I think it depends on who it is, right? Because I've dated people and like I've even with Rob, like I've had situations where we were like in that weird mood where we're like, let's throw it on TV, watch it and do it too at the same time kind of situation. Like if it's with the right person and it's the right vibe.
Every time.
It's flowing,
no,
right?
no, not all the time.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like every time.
Was it all the time?
On top of that, you got to when you're by yourself, and it's just like at this point, what the fuck am I here for?
Oh no, if it's all the time, I would probably start thinking like
no. So that's different. But what you said, if you're just in those moods and it's like, oh, let's do this, let's do that, turn this on, that's completely different.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's like a vibe that you get into.
That's fine to me. Or like I said, I'd rather you film us and then play us while we're together, so I can watch myself.
Well, that works too. That works too.
Whatever works, but not when it's like that unhealthy attachment. I almost think there's a healthy way to do a little bit of everything. As long as it don't involve children and animals, we ain't doing that route.
That's true. That's
almost
true.
Everything else, I think there's like,
you know what?
And certain foods don't belong either.
Oh yeah, and you're not pissing on me. We're not finna do all that
no, shit. No water sports, no golden.
No water sports. Oh God, not
Okay, last question of the night. Last one. Ooh. Yes. This one is another interesting one, y'all. I just picked all the interesting ones today because I wanted to get into it. The Steve Harvey 90 days rule. Y'all know about that?
No.
Where you're supposed to wait 90 days before you have sex with somebody.
Supposed
to. So the Steve Harvey 90 days rule for sex, and then you find out, like you wait on them for 90 days, right? You're dating somebody, you actually do the 90 days, don't go for it. You wait, and then you find out they were the opposite gender transformed. What she was saying is, what happens if you wait those 90 days and you find out that was a transgender person? How would you take it? Anybody want to take this? I already have an answer, but...
Did you have this happen?
Did she what?
I said, did you have this happen?
No, I haven't, but I do have an answer for one. Because logically speaking, like from a very like cutthroat situation, if you were with that person for 90 days and nothing was the problem, and they have already transformed into the transgender that they're wanting to be, and you were okay with it, I guess I don't see the problem. Like,
no, I'm going against that because I think
I knew you were going to. I knew.
Well, I'm going against what you said just to do it. Devil's advocate. There's a difference between
the
going
other
against
thing
what you said and then like personally.
The only thing that would probably trouble me is that they didn't tell me in the beginning.
Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
That would bother me big time.
That would bother me the biggest time because they spent 3 months thinking that they were a cis person. Like, and
that's rough too because I also think about those moments where it's like, do they owe you?
See, and I feel like that goes under the umbrella of, but not quite under. Do they owe you to tell you that you have an STD, or do they, like, is it in the same realm, or is it?
I don't feel like it's in the same realm, but I also I understand both. I understand why somebody wouldn't say something right away,
right? That's
and then I understand like when it gets to that point. like I'd have to think about if it was me, whether it be an STD or I'm transgender. And I'd have to basically be like, from jump, I don't owe you that information because we may not even get to that point.
That part.
But we get to that point, and if it does take 90 days to get to this point, and I realize, okay, I need to tell you. I used to be Brandon. Okay, I need to tell you. We got some Sebastian Krabs like, going on.
Do you think that's fair? I feel like it might be a fair
Brandon blocker.
I feel like that's a fair amount of time for it not to be so serious that it would hurt. Like if it was, if it was a year
fiance thing.
Yeah, if it was a year in, I would like stab somebody. You know what I'm saying? But 3 months is probably a legit time to get to know someone. I mean, fuck, if you get a new job, probation period is 60 to 90 days anywhere you go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like that's a fair amount of time to wait, because I guess like getting back into the dating game, I didn't realize how quickly people do move physically. Some people are like, which is another thing. We maybe have to talk about this in a separate episode. Yeah. I was going to ask Facebook this, but I'm like, I sometimes feel like people are in relationships faster because they are moving faster than what I'm willing to do physically. And the relationship is initially based off of, well, you know, we like being around each other and the sex is good. And then sometimes for other people that does develop into something long-term, and for other people it fizzles out. But for a lot of people that I know, different, you know, genders and all the rest of that, and male, female, whatever, moving pretty quickly, in my opinion, quickly, which would be less than 90 days of knowing somebody, and it's like we're already having sex, or within the first couple of weeks of knowing somebody, and then it's like, now this is my girlfriend. And I'm like, would it have been that way if you hadn't have? Because that connection sexually, whether people want to realize it or not, that does make you feel like they broke it down scientifically. So of course something's going on spiritually if you broke it down scientifically.
Speed up your heart for sure.
Yeah, like, it just speeds it up, and you feel that connection kind of like mine. Like, and I was like, I know you're not mine, but it's like, I'm feeling that already because I came on you a few times. So we're doing this.
Have you guys actually waited it out that long or longer?
Oh, longer for sure.
Yeah, longer for sure.
More than 90 days?
Yeah.
Shit, I'm a hoe. Oh my God.
Honey, we've established this.
Own it. My old ex, we never even.
Oh, that's right. You had. See, that's so odd to me. Like, but so. Your ex that you didn't even have sex with, was there other stuff like hand jobs, blow jobs, shit like that?
I mean, yeah, it was other stuff, but even with that took a while.
Really?
I've been anywhere between 6 months and a year for like the average, whether it's been somebody that was like a weekend thing or whether it's been someone that I was really like, let's actually try to be together. It's always been like 6 months to a year, and that's not even intentional. That's just
feel
me
dirty.
That's me moving at my place. But I will say this though, because I thought the question you asked was gonna go, oh, you know, you get him, and then like his dick is small. Because I told one of the guys I was seeing, I said, look, if we make it to that point, I was like, I'm gonna need to see your dick because I had one that wasn't right for me.
Right.
And I'm like, now I'm like, look. Because I wait so long in between bedding, I'm like, I refuse to be out the game a couple more months or years or whatever, and then you get with somebody that you like and stuff, and it's like, I'm sorry, what? Or like the kiss is bad or the sex is bad. Well, my tester. I don't have like cooth, so I'm just like, I'm just gonna show me your dick.
Can you show me your
That's
dick?
not fair though, because he might not be a shower.
A shower,
he might be a grower.
Wouldn't grow, nigga. Like, you know how to grow.
Why don't I just picture Brandi with a fucking glass, just then make it grow,
nigga.
Sound like Rita.
Oh my God!
Make my monster grow.
I think the longest that
would be a fantastic cosplay, by the way.
Was with Rob. That was the longest, and probably not by my choice, actually.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, look at you guys taking it slow.
I know. He took it slow, not me. I was like,
CJ was like, I can gobble your dick now. I don't know how.
It was like, CJ watched that.
CJ saw Rob, was like, ooh.
Stop with the fucking breathe. Oh my
so
God, I can't. But no, it was just so weird. Man, I didn't know you guys were.
I hope you know what we're doing at the end of this when she's doing her. If you like what you're hearing, we're doing that.
Oh God! Now I don't want to end it, so I don't have to hear it.
No, we're doing that. Moans, a lot of weirdness.
God. So I guess in conclusion, if you think the other person is worth it, do your 90 days, and then figure it out from there. Like.
But don't do that thinking like, because I didn't like Steve Harvey's whole approach or anybody being like, waiting it out is going to guarantee your husband in a perfect life.
Yeah,
and it's
that's
like,
not
no,
it. That's definitely
no.
not it. There's a lot of things that he says that is definitely like very
Sexist,
yeah, ageist. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I know
With
that
your
comes
old ass.
yeah, with his old head ass. I know that comes. Now there are some things I do agree with that are traditional as well, so I can't say all of it is bad, but he does say a lot of things that are not in tune with this generation, that it takes it back, because he's always like, dating is dating, no matter how old or what generation you are. It's not the same, Steve. It's not the same.
No, not at all.
Like you didn't have Tinder back in the day. You didn't have all
okay, because
these
this swiping, baby, just
you know, or like I just watched a video where this lady like saw her husband's phone rang, and she went to give it to him, but she noticed there was a notification from Tinder on it. And so she put it back down without giving it to him. But what she did was have one of her girlfriends do a profile and swipe so that she would match with her husband. And then
we be doing the most.
she popped up out of her closet while they were sitting in the bedroom, and he tried to explain himself away. And she was like, nah, you gonna have to get your shit and go. Like,
I love that she went through all of that, and she already knew what time it was when she saw the tent.
I mean, if I see shit like
I'm not
that,
gonna do all that.
I'm not gonna fix. I'm not fixing to do no.
It's a lot.
That's young women shit.
R. Kelly trapped in the closet bullshit.
I'm not gonna do all that.
Yeah.
And then the way I see it, like I've always told men, if your girl do all that, she most times ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
If she want an explanation, a speech, she trying to hatch a plan, she ain't going fucking nowhere.
She
really gonna hear her mouth for a bit.
You know what? I read somewhere that was
the situation a little bit. Definitely exacerbating their
the
your homegirl involved.
The thing that I believe in is when your girl is done, like, and she stops reacting.
Right. You're not
That's when you
reactive.
gotta be careful. When she's still pouting and trying to figure shit out and yelling at you, she's still kosher.
Mm-hmm.
But when she gets real quiet,
cool,
unbothered,
don't even want to talk to you about it, that's a wrap.
And when she's like, it's cool, she already planning her get out situation. She's just trying to get her money together. So she can get the fuck out. That's what she's doing. Just so you know. Heads up, niggas. Anyway, if you have loved our podcast so far, please make sure that you subscribe to your favorite podcast platform. And if you are watching us on YouTube, stop it! Just, if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you like and comment below. Oh my god, she's turned it into an ASMR. I can't. Make sure you hit that notification bell. These niggas out here.
Yeah.
I can't. If you're listening to us at the office, make sure you got headphones in for the SexAngl. Oh, what was that grunt? I can't. SexAngl drops.
What was that grunt? If you're not making like a really ugly grunt, he
ain't doing shit.
That's right. He ain't doing. You have to sound like you are changing.
When you gotta hold back that grunt that you know is gonna be ugly.
Oh my god. Oh no, I don't hold back. I don't do that. You're definitely gonna hear me turning into like a fucking.
We gotta talk about the sound. We gotta talk about maybe next week.
Yes.
Sex sounds.
SexAngl. The sound.
The sounds. We'll do the sounds next week.
The sounds.
But anyway, make sure you stay safe, logical, stay woke and blessed. If you're black, stay black. If you're not, support the POCs and allies unite. We'll catch you motherfuckers next week. Bye.
Bye.